We're back with Hayes, and the list of names of people on and off the ice that have received blame in Toronto, it's pretty long. Over the years, it's been the core four, the goalies, the coach, the GM, goes on and on. The finger gets pointed at Morgan Rielly now and then, but not as much as the others. So does he deserve more blame for the current state of the Maple Leafs?
Absolutely. Absolutely does. He's the longest standing player, and that applies to all of them. You mentioned the coaches, you mentioned the GMs, right? Morgan Rielly was here before even Brendan Shanahan arrived, and Shanahan's been gone now for the better part of 6 months. So, yes, Morgan Rielly is the #1 defenseman on this team, right? He is not Cale Makar, he is not Quinn Hughes, he is not a true bona fide #1, but on a team like this, that's the role he plays. More often than not, he plays the most minutes. It's him and Jake McCabe, and now that Tanev's back, maybe Tanev will push him a little bit. But what has been the issue with this team this year? It has been pace, it has been puck movement, it has been transitions out of their own zone, it has been protecting the front of the net. Morgan Rielly applies to every single category, and he has not been good enough in any of them, right? He's never been great defending around his net. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, but it should be expected to be a little bit better. But he can play with more pace, and he can move the puck, and I think this is something he's got to be aware of. I'm certain he is, because everyone's talking about it. I'm sure internally and externally. And if you have any job in the world and all you keep hearing is, man, we really need to improve in that area, and you stop and think, wait a minute, that's my area, maybe you need to get the message. So yes, I think this applies to Morgan Rielly here. Obviously, we focus on the core four, and it's the core three now. The power play has been in focus because of Marc Savard being let go. Rielly plays on the power play. He factors into that. Everything that's gone wrong this year, Morgan Rielly has played a role in. I'm not saying it's definitively his fault, but he's got to be better. Austin Matthews has got to be better, and I think Morgan Rielly's got to be better. I think those are your two guys. If you want to get back in this race, Morgan Rielly's got to turn back the clock, get back to where he was 3, 4, 5 years ago, start playing with pace, start moving the puck more, and start being a presence every single night. Because if he keeps playing the way he's playing, I'm not sure this team can get out of this ditch that they're currently in.
Yeah, he's got to match that job description you were talking about. Now, he has played 908 career games. They've all been with the Maple Leafs. As you mentioned, he is the longest serving player on the team. So do you think the Leafs should explore ending the run with him and moving him to another team if he's willing, of course, since he does have a no-moves clause?
Not right now because of every detail we just expressed there, sir. They need Morgan Rielly. They need him to be great, right? Tanev's just returning. He's likely going to be rusty. He looked rusty against Pittsburgh a few days ago. Carlo's not back yet, right? This is a veteran team that wants to lean on that veteran presence, and Morgan Rielly plays a big role in that. Obviously, if some trade fell in your lap that made all the sense in the world, then you would explore it. That would apply to every single player in this situation. But where I think this comes more into focus for Morgan Rielly in his future is if this keeps going south, then you do have to talk about it at the trade deadline, and you absolutely have to explore it in the offseason, right? He's just been here for so long. He's so comfortable. He's been such a big presence in the community, within the fan base, obviously playing a big role in the team. He makes a fair amount of money. He's been a really good Leaf. He's been a great Maple Leaf. But if this is the end of a 10-year era where they finally miss the playoffs and they do have to retool, I think you have to go to the longest-standing Maple Leaf and express the need for change. And I don't know if he'd be open to that. We'll find out. You referenced the trade protection, but not right now. Maybe by the deadline, if it keeps going south, if they miss the playoffs, undoubtedly you've got to move off Morgan Rielly in the summer.
Yeah, and they've got to make changes, which they recently have. The Leafs announcing that they have added Steve Sullivan to the team's coaching staff, and that move comes following the firing of assistant coach Marc Savard this past Monday.